all right, now I've got it. I put it in on course content and assignments.
Okay.
So, all right, spring introduction to broadcasting. Are you able to see the screen?
No, ma'am.
Oh, wait a minute. Share screen.
No, ma'am.
Okay, see now?
There we go.
Cool.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I go here and I go, this is the front page, first page of Intro to Broadcasting, and then I go over here to, I've got feedback from somebody. Maybe you might want to just mute your mic for a second, okay? Okay, you go over here, assignments course, and, oh, wait a minute, I'm under the wrong one. All right, so let me show you something real quick too, as far as coming to the Zoom meeting now, from now on the announcements. I'm going to list it real simple like this so that when you want to come to class and find the link, you just come to Blackboard and then you hit that link, and I'm going to make it real clean and simple so you can get to it, okay? And here is assignments, course content. Everybody got that okay? And then I click on that. And then, so I've got it by the weeks right here now. And so you click on that. And then here's the last class that we did. And I'll put it under that on the first week. And then the next week, week 2, I'll put that lecture in under week 2. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up so I know everybody's good. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, let me show
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Good, thank you. All right, so you go to get the SCSU. Websites, and you are going to go to current students. Has everybody done that yet? Then you're going to go to SCSU apps. Right? And then you got to log in. Are you logging in? And then log in and sign in.
Miss Moon, I'm currently at work. Well, I'm actually sitting out in my car.
Okay. So I think I've got the directions on here. I just want you to know, call me Miss Cat, by the way, okay?
Yes, ma'am, sorry.
All right, so look, so here's, all right, so now you see on here, I'm just showing you how to get there. Does that help? Then you go to Adobe, you click on the app from the school. Okay, and then it's going to take you into Adobe. That's how you get there every time. Then, see, then it's got me into Adobe. See, it's got my picture up here and everything. And then that's where then, since I'm in, then I can download whatever I want. See, then, you know, I'm going to try it for free. Whoa, what is this? Okay, wait a minute. We do need to figure this out. So, is this what you guys have done? Oh, wait a minute, download.
Mine says access denied.
Okay, that means you're not in the system. So, I'm gonna have you I'm trying to see if this works online yet. Okay, so here's where we, at that top button, if you can get into it, then that's where you can install. You go at the top button and hit download, and now you can install Photoshop. So that's how it's supposed to work. So let's see. So it's probably that that Miss Riley doesn't have your name yet.
Mine says access denied as well.
Okay, so this is Carolyn Riley. So while we're at this, okay, so she did the. While we're at this, get yourself a little email going, and C Riley at SCSU. At edu. At edu. Can you see it? Give me a thumbs up. I need to hear people. I feel like I'm talking to the wall here.
My bad. I'm emailing her right now because I just tried to do it on my phone, and it said access denied. But when I had did it on my computer originally,
Yes.
when I was doing it on my computer originally, it was like taking me off that screen, like exiting out the whole thing.
Oh, okay. So wait a minute. And it should work on a Mac, or it should work on a PC. It should really work on anything, but it's not going to work on your cell phone.
I was able to get on my computer, and it brought me to the Creative Cloud page with all the options for Photoshop and design.
Yeah, let's look at that again. All right, so maybe I went too fast. Okay, so you get on your you go. Wait a minute. You go to the school's website. Carolina State University. Okay. Hey, can everybody put their video on so I could kind of see you? Gonna get a reaction here. I just sort of need to have that, I think. All right. So unless you're at work and you just really can't do that, that's fine. All right. So can you see right here? You go under current students. Okay. Everybody got it? I don't want to feel like I'm going too fast or anything. It's under current students right here. See it? All right. You hit that. And then you see right here where it says SCSU apps. Everybody got it? Click on that. And then it's going to take you to Adobe's page. You click on the Adobe Creative Cloud right here. And I actually think I have the directions too on our site. All right, so then that should get you in right here. So you should be right here. And then you're going to go, see, there's something that said download, Adobe Cloud.
Mine didn't make me download anything. It just brought me straight to the
okay, so
Creative Cloud page.
Something right now. Whenever you're playing with these apps, you got to be willing to like tinker a little bit, because sometimes first thing you do is not perfect. So okay, so this is your Creative Cloud. All right, so you want to click. Got it. All right, I know what just happened. You have to click Creative Cloud. Let me go back. All right, do you see this button here? Are you seeing that on yours?
No.
I still see the page with the apps on it.
All right, let's go back, and I'm gonna go look at yours. Let me stop sharing. Let's see. Ugh, Siri, no. Oh, stop sharing. All right, can somebody show me can you, I don't know how to show me your page. So what you have, what do you have? Does everybody's look like that? Please
No.
put the video on if you can, because I have to see what what we're doing. Okay, here.
Want to share our screen, like
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to fix it. Okay, so all right.
My page looked like Antoinette's page.
Okay, Antoinette.
Yeah, this is what my page looked like. When I click on the app, this is what shows up.
Big.
It's either, free trial or buy, and that's it.
All those
There
things for
should
me
be a
too.
place to download it. All right.
Mhm.
How many people? How many people were able to get the app?
I have the
I
app.
was.
Like, let me see something. Ooh, I'm on my computer. It's like saying buy now or download a free trial. Like I can download the apps on my computer because I have a MacBook and I can see that, but it's trying to make me buy it.
Okay, and you went through all the different things, right?
Yeah.
All right. You know, let me see if I could call Miss Riley right now and see, because I have how many? Is it everybody in the class that can't get it?
Yeah, I can't download mine either.
All right. Is there anybody in this class that can get it?
I got it.
Okay.
I was gonna try on my laptop when I got off work today, so I don't have an
You
answer.
can't. Let me tell you this right now. You cannot get this. I don't believe you can get this on your cell phone. That's a different deal. You have to have some kind of computer to do it.
Yeah, I was gonna try my laptop when I got home.
Okay. So if you're trying to do this on your cell phone, it's not going to work. Okay. But it looks like most of you have a computer, right? So everybody has a computer here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Bobby, you're here. Yay! You had me worried.
Yeah, I'm
Yay!
trying to get my computer right.
I was asking about you. I was like, anybody know him? Is he all right?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Yay! Yay! All right. Well, all right. Raise your hand if you're not getting it. If you went through all the steps I just gave you, you don't have it. Bobby, do you have Adobe? Did you get it? You got it. Okay. Raise your hand if you have it. All right. So I have the majority, 2 people, 3 people, right? Bobby, you did say you had it, right?
Man, hold up. See, my computer is acting funny, so.
All right.
Okay, it's redirecting me.
Miss Cat,
It says
What-
access now.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
So once we get off Zooming, I'm going to go through the steps again, and then I will take a picture off my phone and email it to you and send it to you and show you what it says once I try to do all the process and all the steps.
Yeah. I mean, you went through the steps, right? And then
Yes, ma'am.
I have it posted on Blackboard. The steps. Miss Riley sent me a tutorial, step by step.
Yeah, I went through that.
All right. All right. Can you give me a second, and I'm going to try to get a hold of her. Call her. Let her know that most people in this course don't have it. They're not able to access it. She said she did some troubleshooting, and she did. Okay. Tell you what. You know what? I know I want to jump on this. I'll jump on this right after we get out of class. Let's just let me go over what we're doing right now, and then it'll be recorded, and then I've got it in Blackboard, and let me show you where it is, okay? And then right after class, I'll call Miss Riley and talk to her about this, okay? So go back to screen share. Okay, so this is where right here, if you go under content and assignments, week 1. Okay, so the first things first is that I do like a little quick tour, and this is a little video that's really good to watch that you can look at.
Hi everyone, my name's Justin Odisho, and in this video, I'm going to be going over the
Okay, do you know where to find that, where I just went and did that? Getting started week 1. Okay. Also, your assignment 2 is to introduce yourself on Blackboard. And here was the download instructions, and let's see. There was a Zoom meeting. Bobby, you asked me about that. This is a Zoom meeting we had from the other day. We did our lecture.
Miss Cat, I'm not seeing what you're seeing on your screen. I'm seeing that you're still on the apps page.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, you're sharing a screen. All right, stop sharing. All right, share screen. Maybe thank you for telling me that. All right. Okay, you seeing it now?
Yes.
Okay, you guys got to speak
Yes,
up. I
ma'am.
don't know stuff if you don't tell me.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, all right. So here, okay. So here is where you got to go. Let me go back to home. This is our class. You know where the announcements are, right? So to jump back to, if you want to come to the meeting, get here real quick and know where the link is. I'm always going to put it on announcement, so you can click here. That'll put you in the meeting. And then right here under assignments, course content, click that, because that's where all of our work is, our lessons are going to be every week. Why did I do that there? I don't know, but I did. All right, so week 1. This is week 1. So I put how to do the cloud. I've got here our work. Okay, this is the last class meeting, and this is a basic tutorial.
Hi everyone, my name's Justin Odisho, and in this video, I'm going to be going over the basic.
So this is a basic tutorial that just takes you on a tour through Photoshop, and it's listed on Blackboard, and you can look at it. So anyway, and so let me pull up. I don't want to waste your time on. I don't want to use too much time on this, but this just kind of takes you through the interface. So this is really good review. Let me pull up. Hard to see. I need my other computer to see everything. There we go. All right. So when you go, when you get on Photoshop, and like I said, I'm just going to go on a quick tour of that today and just show you some basic stuff. And my computer is going a little slow. All right, so you're going to start, when you start something, you're going to want to start something new. So a new document. And when you come in, then you're going to decide what your document's going to look like size. And in the coming assignment, I'll show you how to do that. So let's just say you're going to do a letter size, some kind of document. Over here, has anybody worked with Photoshop before, or any photo editing software?
I have.
Okay, cool.
A little bit of experience.
Okay. And all right, so then you already know this is going to tell you the inches. You can also have it in pixels. You can have it in centimeters, milliliters, points, and picas. The resolution, if you have something in 300 resolution, that means that that's something for print. If it's for the web, does anybody know what the resolution is for the web? 72. So it's like low res, and that's because so it will download easy on websites and things in pixels.
Miss Cat, it's still showing where you're still on Blackboard. So if you're on Photoshop, I can't see it.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. I think the reason. Stop sharing. Okay. Here we go. Share screen. Here we go. All right. Apparently, every time you have a new, you keep bring something up, you have to do it again. Can you see now?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm so sorry about that. I didn't know that happened like that. All right. All right. Now I need to be able to see. All right. Okay. So when you bring up the first screen in Photoshop, you're gonna create new. And that's going to ask you what size do you want to make? What do you want to make? Okay. So say here you want to make a letter size, 8.5 by 11. Okay. So you go here, and then over here it's going to ask you, it's the 8.5 by 11, and then what's the orientation? Do you want a landscape or do you want a portrait? And in inches. 300 is for print. If you're going to print off a bunch of them, it'd be 300. But if you're going to do this for the web, anything you do for the web is 72. And the reason is that's in pixels, and pixels are little dots that go, a lot of dots that go together is what a pixel is. And so that's 72. The color mode is RGB, which is red, green, blue. And that's there's different things. There's CMYK, we could get into that. There's grayscale, and background contents is white. You can change that to a background color. You can change it to black, and that's like the color that's behind the image. It's like your layout thing, layout board. All right, so let's just say we're cool with this. Oh, and up here you can talk about your document. What's your document going to be for? Are you going to make it for the web? Then it's going to automatically change it to 72 for you. Is it for mobile? Maybe you're making a mobile app. So that's going to change it to the 72. And it's going to change your height and your inches to pixels, because you're going to be, when you work on the web, you're working in pixels. If you're going to do it for film and television, it's going to make it in 72. I don't like doing stuff for film at 72. I like to go a higher resolution because it doesn't take so let's just say it's a photograph. So I'm just going to hit create. Okay. So, and it's good that you're taking notes, but don't stress out, because I got every single direction that you need on the video on Blackboard. So you're covered. All right, well, let's just say background. So here's your tools, all the tools that we're gonna go into here are on the side, your layout. I feel like Photoshop's pretty intuitive. It's got some really great tools here. Usually move something around.
Cameron,
Yeah, where's that noise coming from?
can you mute yourself, please? Because whatever that sound is, it talks over Miss Cat.
Yeah, that's kind of hard for me. It's distracting.
I think in some directions that you were giving, me when we watch this video over again if it's gonna
Okay, the video is kind of
make a.
dragging. I have a hard time hearing it. Can you say it again?
I said earlier when you were giving directions, I think it was background noise and it was talking. I mean, it was over you talking. But
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I think it helps to mute the background. We're getting sorted out this week. All right. So here's the background.
Hey, Miss Cat.
Sorry.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm getting ready to go into an appointment, so I'm gonna have to leave class a little early. I'll make sure I go back and rewatch it online.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here.
All right, thank you.
All right. Bye. All right. So I don't know I'm gonna pull off something on my laptop to just kind of just give you an idea. Generally, when you go into, you use either place linked or place embedded. Linked is it's going to be linked to all the other images that you add to it. Embedded is going to be if you want it just to be independent. So it says documents. Nope. All right, why are we doing this? Don't know why it's not allowing me to access my desktop because I have tons of junk on the desktop. Okay, so from there, you just, hold on, let me go get rid of this. So from here, you, I think running all this apps on my desktop is getting a little much. Okay, has stopped sharing. Okay, give me a second here. I'm going to jump on. I'm going to play this video because I think that I'm kind of wondering if. Okay. I'm having some technical issues. All right. I'm going to bring up the video and just play that for a minute. Okay, share screen. Okay, here we go.
So I'll type in a 1920 by 1080 blank document. You also have the options of adjusting the resolution, pixels per inch, the color mode like red, green, blue, or CMYK if you're doing print work, or the contents of the blank document when you first start. Do you want to start off white, black, or with a background color?
Hold on, that
I'll just leave it all kind of default. And then if you press create, Photoshop will open up that new blank document, and you can see here Untitled 1 is the tab. I'm also going to open a photo just to show you the difference. So you can always go to the top menu and go to File and either create a new document or press Open. This doesn't close your current thing. So if I press Open and I browse through my desktop or computer and I find a photo that I want to open or other file, you can see that this is a camera raw file, which many cameras allow you to shoot in RAW mode, and Photoshop has a plugin that's built in that will open up called Camera Raw. This just allows you to adjust things like the exposure, contrast, highlights, white balance, and all those simple adjustments that are built into the camera. And this is a very powerful tool in its own, but I'm just going to open the image as is and continue in Photoshop. So now I have my photo open.
So you're not,
which
just so you know, you're not going to be doing Camera Raw in this class. Camera Raw has all the artifacts. It's all the information that the digital camera takes, and then it's something that you can more easily manipulate in in Photoshop, but you're not going to be managing that in this course, okay?
And I can switch to the different tabs that I have open. So here's that untitled one blank document that we still have open. So let's work on the photo layer to give you guys an example of what tools you have available in Photoshop. So then one of the most important menus as we look around is this one right here that's usually in the bottom right corner. It's called Layers. Now before I go further breaking down all these different menus and panels that are available, you do want to note that in the top menu bar where you have all these different options like File, Edit, and all that, there's one called Window, and under the Workspace panel, you can adjust to Reset to the Essentials because they have different preset workspaces which open up different panels depending on the workflow that you're trying to do. So if you press Reset Essentials, it should reset things to this layout here so we are all on the same page. So as I was saying, you have the Layers panel, and this is one of the most important things because Photoshop works in layers. So when I have a photo open, Photoshop will make it the background layer by default. It's locked, which means you can't adjust it. But if you could double click on this and press OK, then you'll see a few options become available to begin editing. So you have the visibility of the layer, which is indicated by this eyeball, which means you can make it visible or not visible. Whenever something is not visible or transparent in Photoshop, it'll be represented by this checkerboard pattern. On top of that, you have blending modes, which are the way that different layers blend together. This is just set to normal. And you also have opacities. So this is 100%, and you can see as I lower it, things start to get more transparent. So keep that in mind as you consider how we're going to blend different things together. Now you can also create new layers. You also should see all these different smaller symbols, which are most all just shortcuts for doing different things. So don't get too confused by them. They're just shortcuts when you want them. Like this one here is the Create New Layer shortcut, and when I click it, it'll add a new layer on top that I can begin working on and doing different things on. Alternatively, you always have the option to go up to your top menu, and if you go to Layer, go to New Layer, you can create new layers through this pop-up. If you want, you can name them certain things for organization purposes and press OK, and you should see that as well. Whenever you double click on this, you should be able to adjust layer names if you want. Now, scaling back from just looking at the layers panel, you see that there's all types of different panels, and they each display different types of information. You have the adjustments panel, which just gives you shortcut access to all the different type of adjustments you can create. You have different libraries, which is linked up to your Creative Cloud membership, where you can save certain color swatches or brushes or textures and things like that. And then you have whatever else is active for your current workspace. Just because these are up right now doesn't mean these are the only ones that Photoshop has. So this is like the history, this is everything that's been done to this layer so far since we opened it, and you can actually step backward or forward through these steps. However, if you go to Window, you see that there's so many different menus that aren't even active right now, and they all have their different use and are related to different tools. So you can see this top menu bar is going to have all different types of options for you to open up windows, change the view of things, use filters, select different things, go to your typing tools, create new layers and things like that, apply image adjustments, or edit things and undo things, or just go to File, New, and Open, and all that. This is a very important menu, the top menu bar. Aside from all the panels and the top menu bar, you also have the left-hand side toolbar. This is where all of your tools reside and also your color picker. So each one of these tools does a different thing. You have things like the paintbrush, the lasso tool, which lets you select things, gradient tools, eraser tools, text and typing tools, which create new text layers. And you have your foreground and background color, which by default is black and white. But if you double click on them, you can open up the color picker, which lets you pick different colors. At the very bottom screen, you'll just see a couple pieces of information, but a really key one here is the view percentage. So right now it's scaled at 25% because this image happened to be pretty large, whereas the window and resolution of my screen is not large enough to hold it. So it's at 25% to fit. However, you can type things in here like 100%, and this is actually the true size of it. You can use your laptop or computer's trackpad to scroll back on the view, or you can go to View and adjust things to be either 100% actual size, or fit on screen, or zoom in and zoom out. And of course, there's shortcuts for all of these things as well, which I highly recommend. If you're learning, try to learn the shortcuts and work with the shortcuts, because that's how you're actually going to want to work in the future. So now that you have a general idea of the layout of things and where everything is, let's do a couple basic edits on this photo. So let's say you wanted to adjust the colors. Here's where you'd work with adjustment layers. So although you can highlight your photo's layer and go to Image, Adjustments, and have access to all these different adjustments like contrast and color, a smarter and more non-destructive way to work on things, which just means that you have more flexibility of changing things and things are not permanent, is by working with adjustment layers. So here you can go to Layer, New Adjustment Layer, and find all those same adjustments. So let's say I wanted to add a Curves Adjustment Layer. So I'll go to New Adjustment Layer, Curves, and then I can name it if I prefer. If you want to be organized, but I'll just keep it at Curves 1, which is the default name, and press OK. You'll see that it'll create that adjustment layer over top of my currently highlighted layer. But at the moment, it's not doing anything because we haven't input any values into it. Here's where you can see the Properties menu changes. So I actually like to drag this out and kind of keep it as its own standalone pop-up window to work with, and I'll make it a bit bigger to work with. So this is just one example of an adjustment in Photoshop. This is a pretty powerful color adjusting tool called Curves. So this line represents the dark points and the highlights of the photo, and you can click and drag points on this to darken or highlight things. And you can switch to different color channels like red, green, and blue, and adjust those individually to boost colors in certain areas and create different color effects. I have whole separate tutorials on this, as I do with most other tools and effects on my channel. So remember, this is just basic, and you can go to my channel and check out each individual effect broke down into steps in separate videos. Once I've edited the colors how I wanted, I can either minimize the window or drag it into one of these panels for easier access. Now, another thing you're going to see when you're working with certain layers like adjustment layers is they're represented by this little circle, which means adjustment layer, and then this white box, and this is a layer mask. You see nothing white is actually showing up. That's because this represents what portions of the photo are visible or not. So when you have white, that means it's visible. However, when you paint on it in black, that means it's going to hide it. So if I didn't want this adjustment layer to show on a certain portion of this, I could grab my paintbrush tool. I can make sure black is my foreground color that's active. I could go up to this top menu, which changes based on whatever tool you're working with to give you the options for that tool. And I could choose a brush, one of these default brushes, lower the size, softness, or hardness of it, and paint black on the layer mask, and you see that hides whatever's on this layer. That's because this layer mask is telling things to be hidden when they're black and show when they're white. But I'm going to undo that with Command Z, or Edit Undo, which is going to be one of your most used tools, so get familiar with that one. Remember, you have the history panel here, so whenever I press Command Z, it'll go backward or forward once, or if I press Option Command Z, it'll keep going backward up to a certain amount of steps. By default, I believe it's 50. So let's say I wanted to add some text to this photo.
Okay. Let's stop. We're going to get into that later, doing a text. I just wanted to do a basic tour. Just want to do a basic tour of Photoshop. I hope that doesn't overwhelm you. That video is in content. So, somebody had I can't log into Adobe app. It says my school email doesn't match. Okay. All right. So let me show you the next thing, and everybody know where to find that on Blackboard. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And let me go get exit full screen. Click. Okay. And all right. So that's all I'm really worried about this week is that you have. I want you to make sure you read the syllabus, and I want you to let's see. I just want you to introduce yourself on Blackboard and go over this syllabus here. That's this week. Um, next week. Next week getting started. I did have a quiz if you want to do the quiz. All right, so next week is our first project that we got going, and you could start on that if you get your Photoshop. And that's right here, how to creatively blend and follow the direction. Oh, wait a minute, am I sharing? Tell me if I'm not sharing. I am not sharing in my share screen. My apologies.
No, ma'am, I can't see
I got it.
the screen.
All right, here we go. Can you see it now? How it says our first project in Photoshop? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. All right,
Yes.
so here is week 2 in an assignments course content, starting our first project. And if you can, you don't have to, but if you feel like you want to get a jump on next week, I would like you to watch this video because that's the project that we'll be doing. And you're going to be recreating that on your own computer in Photoshop. Here's the files that you're going to need to go with it. Files you'll need for the project are right here for this project up here. You're going to download these 2 files, and then you're just going to follow along with the video, what they tell you to do, and then you're going to submit it right here. Okay. How to upload? Oh, okay. I had how to upload W Cloud. All right. Do you know where to find this on Blackboard now? Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and when you get on discussion, I think a lot of people have already introduced themselves. That's really nice. Okay. All right. Stop share. Okay, so anybody have any questions for me, or we're kind of running down on time. Bobby, how you doing? You got any ideas, thoughts?
We're good actually. I mean, you kind of got me right with this little video, this little meeting right here.
I'm so glad. I was a little bit concerned about you, so I'm glad. All right.
Yeah, I gotta work, so it's kind of hard,
Oh, I know. I went to graduate school. I was teaching elementary school, and I was taking care of my auntie, and I had a different job too. So I understand.
We can get it done though.
Yeah, you get it done, and once you get through it, you're all like proud of yourself. You're like, I'm strong, You got
Yeah.
this. All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Anybody else? Any questions or anything? Or if you need any help, let me know. Email me. We can set up a chat and I'll help walk you through it. Okay. I think our biggest thing right now next when we get done here is I'm going to try to give Miss Riley a phone call and I have all your names here. Does anybody, okay, I don't want to leave this class discussion worrying about anybody here right now. Okay. So is there anybody, and if you don't have your camera on, if you're not working, can you put your chat on for a second, your video on for a second? Is there anybody in here who feels like they might have a challenge at being able to complete their first assignment? Besides the software, that's my job. I'm gonna go get that fixed. But is there anybody that thinks they might have a challenge in any
No,
way?
ma'am.
I mean, you got a video kind of breaking it down, so I shouldn't have a problem.
Right. I'm good.
Yeah, I should be able to complete the assignment.
Okay. My last class last semester really enjoyed that project. They really seemed like they just flew with it. They got it done pretty fast and they liked it. And then our next project after that is going to be, I think it's Where I'd Like to Be, which is perfect for the times we're living in. So you're going to be creating a photo of, you have to take a photo of yourself, full body photo, and you're going to transform yourself, find a picture of where you'd really like to be. Like some people want to be on the beach, some people want to be with the Lakers, Some people want to be with the Martians. You know, I mean, you could just dream. So, so that's going to be the next assignment. Don't do that one yet, okay? So, okay, so I just want you to look over those videos, and I just want you to be familiar with it. And, you know, I don't want you to get overwhelmed with what I've showed you today, because I'm going to tell you, when I first started Photoshop, and that was seemed like a long time ago, but I kind of freaked out about it. I was like, I can't do that. You know, yeah, you can. Just look at the video again. You'll be fine. Okay? And like I said, if you need me for anything, just give me a shout. You know, Bobby's reached out, and you know, I'll get right back to you, and I'll do what I can. Okay. All right. So, anything else, or we can go now. We'll see you on Monday at 11.
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
All right, Miss Cat. Have a good one.
I'll call Miss
Bye.
Riley.
Have a good
I'll call Miss
weekend.
Riley, and I'll send
Bye,
you an email
everyone.
later. Okay.
Bye, y'all. Enjoy your weekend.
All right.
Bye.
Have a nice one.